Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Bill and I'm probably one of the most brutally honest people on YouTube. Today I'm going to make a response video to Yenomi Park and her view on guns. For anyone who doesn't know who she is a North Korean defector and a human rights advocate. And before I get started, I have to admit, I think she's a really wonderful person. I listened to her audiobook In Order to Live, which describes her escape from North Korea and China, and it is an excellent book. I recommend people buy it. I also recommend people subscribe to her channel. It's very educational about North Korea. And I agree with a lot of what she says, especially about the woke being a threat to our democracy and freedom. Just because I think she deserves all of these accolades doesn't mean I'm not going to call her out when she says something that I disagree with.
Have you not been to like a shooting range or anything?
I've been. I loved it.
Oh, you shot a gun?
Yeah.
How was
like
it?
all time, very, very cool.
Yeah, it was crazy,
I feel
right?
so powerful. Equalizer. It's an equalizer. You and I, like, if we are fighting,
Right.
like, we are equal if we have the gun in with our hands.
Yes!
Our size doesn't matter.
I agree with this part. Some people owning guns can be very beneficial. Like it might prevent someone from being raped or attacked.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's an equalizer.
Absolutely. It's so empowering.
That's the idea.
Yeah,
of
for someone
America.
like me, like so small,
Yeah.
I felt so powerful, yeah.
Do you think in order to have like real freedom or freedom of speech, for example, you also need to have something to protect that speech?
Someone to protect.
Something to protect it.
You need guns.
Like-
Absolutely.
Right? Like
I mean, imagine if North Koreans had the guns. We're not gonna let they take my father like that.
Hell
I'm
no.
gonna shoot them.
right in their fucking
Yeah,
head.
if they come get 3 generations of my family, I'm gonna shoot them back even if I get killed. No country can do that to their own citizens if they have the right to defend themselves.
Damn right. So it's a good idea that we have some
Of
guns.
course, we should absolutely have the guns.
100%.
That's the only way we can stay free.
I disagree with this. I think what really keeps us free is having a government with 3 different branches that have checks and balances over each other, and the fact that we have the right to vote for our representatives, which of course is something they don't have in North Korea. I think this is a bad comparison. Sure, if I was in North Korea and I owned a gun, I probably would use it to protect my loved ones. But I'm under a horrible dictatorship, and that's the only chance I have. In this country, if our rights are violated, we at least have the chance to go to court and defend ourselves.
That's
Okay.
facts.
Yeah.
I agree. Now, a lot of people say, they're like, but we couldn't overthrow our government because our government has way better guns. They have the
have drones.
military is
Are they gonna kill us all?
Well, they certainly have the ability to kill us all. And do you know why? Because Republicans always want a stronger military. They don't make any sense to me. They all say, oh, I have to keep my guns in case the government tries to violate my rights, but I want to have a strong military. It's like you don't understand. The stronger the military is, the harder it's going to be for you to fight them. The military has enough nuclear weapons to destroy the planet several times over, yet somehow it's never strong enough to satisfy a Republican.
Are they gonna kill us? I mean, like, then where's the nation to rule? Who to like dictate? Right? I mean, what's the point of they bomb everybody in their
I
country?
would think you kill enough people that the people who have guns are like, all right, well, you know what? Everybody I see is still losing.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put my guns down.
No, if they come for your wife, your children, your parents, they're gonna kill them. You're gonna kill you. I mean, you're gonna shoot them back.
Right.
I actually agree with the black guy on this one. I think he's making a very good point. If the government comes for your wife or children or your loved ones and you use your gun to shoot them back, probably everyone's gonna die, and that's just stupid. The best thing to do is to surrender and get a good lawyer and fight your battle in the courts. The Second Amendment people are just delusional if they really think they're gonna overthrow the government. But, you know, something I have to think about. Why didn't you overthrow the government when George Floyd was killed? And if by some miracle you do succeed in overthrowing the government, what then? What kind of government are you going to replace it with? How exactly are you going to change the current government? Let me know. Is it going to be a government where the people can vote and elect the representatives? I think the Constitution is a great document, but in my opinion, it's not perfect. I think the Founding Fathers made a mistake when they included the Second Amendment. Back then, they thought it was feasible for the government or for the people to overthrow the government if their rights are violated. And I don't think they understood how well the government they established was going to work. This was just a big experiment with them. If they knew it was going to work so well, I don't think they would have included the Second Amendment. But maybe I'm wrong. Now, so far, you may think I'm anti-guns. I'm not. I've owned guns before. I love guns. I have family members who own guns. And as Yenomi Park pointed out, sometimes it is beneficial to have guns. It may prevent you from being raped or being the victim of violence. So my position is I'm okay with the responsible people owning guns, but only responsible people. I think we should all be able to agree that there are some people in the world who should not be allowed to own guns.
I had the delusion back in 1981 that by shooting the president I could impress Jodie Foster, which me saying that now, it's ridiculous, but that's what I believed back then. I certainly don't think the mentally ill should have access to guns. I mean, that's kind of obvious. Background checks are good and waiting periods are good. I think there's too many guns in America.
And coming from you, that's quite a statement.
Well, I hope it is.